We're getting right to that Fox News alert for you this Friday morning. A terrifying supply of arsenal found inside the home of the killer couple accused of murdering 14 people in San Bernardino. And this morning, Syed Farouk's sister is speaking out, saying she is angry.
And Anna Koyman is live outside the couple's home in Redlands with more. Anna?
Morning, Nene.
All right, Elizabeth, Pete, and Steve, good morning to you and good morning to all of you at home. The attorney for the family of 28-year-old Syed Farouk is talking to local reporters and saying that there may have been some comments that sparked this massacre about his facial hair. Apparently there were some comments making fun of him. Over the last month or so, also, folks there at the county health inspector's office mentioned that they've noticed him growing out that beard and that was the only thing out of the ordinary that they'd really noticed. We're also learning more about Farouk's family. Here's his sister. Listen.
I can never imagine my brother or my sister-in-law doing something like this.
It makes us very upset and angry that how he can leave a 6-month-old daughter.
And he put us in this predicament. We can't imagine the loss that everybody has gone through, all the people that were injured. Our thoughts and prayers are going out to them.
We're also hearing reports that Farouk's brother, Syed Raheel Farouk, served on the USS Enterprise in the Navy for 4 years as an information systems technician. He's been awarded multiple anti-terror medals. What a stark contrast there. And this morning, we're also getting an inside look at the scene from the first law enforcement officer arriving at Wednesday's massacre.
You know, I did the job that I was supposed to do. My job is to go in there and people don't call the police because they're having a great day. They call because there's tragedy going on. And this was tragedy that I've never experienced in my career and that I don't think most officers do.
Well, Syed Farouk did not have a criminal record, but FBI investigators are saying that he did have contact with some Islamic extremists that have been on their radar. Also, we're learning that his wife, 27-year-old Tashfeen Malik, was here on a fiancé visa on a Pakistani passport. It appears that the couple deleted their email accounts just a day before all of this unfolded. And they also destroyed hard drives, really trying to delete that internet footprint. But of course, the FBI continues to investigate all of that. Elizabeth, Pete, and Steve, back to you.
Anna, thank you very much. Joining us right now, Geraldo and the judge as well. Well, that sounds like a typical couple involved in workplace violence, doesn't it?
There's no doubt in my mind, but that this was a homegrown extremist. This person definitely radicalized himself. This totally falls into the category of Islamic extremism. To me, I don't even think there's a close call about it.
There is at the White House.
Well, that's their problem. My second sentence, though, is that it doesn't matter to me whether their motivation was Islamic extremism or anti-abortionism or racism or sexual impotence or, whatever it is. The fact of the matter is these people can get their hands on these deadly weapons, and we are all vulnerable. I think we have to heed what the major was saying in the previous segment. Run if you can, hide if you can, fight if you have to. I think that America is a much different place. We have to be vigilant. This is our future. These apocalyptic nihilists, they just want to destroy whatever their cause, whatever their perverse justification. They want blood and mayhem and disruption of civilization.
Geraldo, you just returned after having the taste of terror in your mouth. So we know where this is coming from. Judge, we thank you for joining us today on the Curvy Couch. What is your assessment of this relationship that we're seeing in this terror twosome? I mean, this is a radicalized relationship.
I think that what this tells us is that all of the ideas and the preconceptions that we have about, the women are subservient and they're not going to do anything like this is just not accurate. There are jihadists out there who want to kill us, who want to kill all of us because of our way of life. And we can't excuse them. We can't let them in on these visas that are simply rubber stamps. We have to understand that we can no longer be politically correct. The neighbors said, we saw these it looked like Muslims and they were bringing in boxes and we didn't want to say anything because we didn't want to be politically incorrect. That's hogwash. We're in a new time right now, and the time demands that we say something. And everything that starts with this White House with, we can't call a Muslim terrorist, is intimidating us to the point where we're afraid to say something because the White House is saying we shouldn't. That's right. And that's where we're starting. That's the problem.
No, it's very true. There's a veneer of political correctness on top of all of this. You mentioned the K-1 visas and what these visas are and how she got here. We've got some information we're going to put up on the screen about these K-1 visas. If you marry your fiance within 90 days of entering the U.S., you can qualify. Both parties are legally free to marry. If you met in person at least once within 2 years of filing your petition. Geraldo, do you feel like in the world we live in today with radical Islamic terrorism, whether it's in Paris or now in California, we can have the kind of visa programs like this that really they seem to be very wide open?
They are, Major, and the only reason I hesitate is that I remember the movie Green Card with Gerard Depardieu, how there is no doubt, but these fiancé visas are used to defraud the immigration system. There are many marriages of convenience and have historically been. My only caution is if you're going to stop it from the Muslim world, you've got to stop it for everybody. And again, I come back to the haunting fact that whether it was Boulder or Aurora or Sandy Hook or Tucson, homegrown extremism is the issue. We want to choke it off wherever we can. Yeah. And we have to, as the judge said, see if we see something, say something. But for goodness sake, we have to understand that the peril to our society does not come just from this one segment.
And Judge, this woman should not have gotten a visa in the first place because one of the rules is if you know somebody's going to overstay the visa, you don't give it to them. They gave it to them, the rubber stamp, as you said a moment ago. But now we've got hundreds of thousands of people who are coming into this country every year, including 10,000 Syrian refugees. And we've heard, oh, don't worry, we're going to vet them. This woman was vetted. There's a real good possibility she came into this country and radicalized this guy.
This is a perfect example of our government having the inability to monitor who's coming in. As I've said before, there's no way to vet a Syrian refugee. What are you going to do, call 1-800-Assad and say, look, we've got Mohammed here. He says that he's clean. Is he a terrorist? This is ridiculous. And you know what? You say if we do it, Geraldo, for the Muslims, we have to do it for the rest of the world. I agree with you, but let's not be stupid here. The people who are killing us, who are dead set on killing us to the point where they're willing to die themselves, are the Muslim jihadists.
But Judge, you and I have been to so many events where we were hosted by Lebanese and Syrians.
I am Lebanese, and I have no problem with that.
And would we not have? Couldn't we vet them? Couldn't we, with care, vet them? Those people with whom we have broken bread have had the Lebanese maize.
You are misconstruing what I'm saying. What we've got are people who are coming here on rubber stamp visas. My family, your family came here legally. Even if they came illegally, there was no reason to question them. Right now, we are at war. They are at war with us. They want to kill us.
But we are also at war with other kinds of extremists. And if we like the Umpqua Community College, where 8 students were killed.
You know what?
That guy was not a Muslim.
You know what?
That happened just weeks ago.
I prosecuted people who weren't Muslim for murder. But right now, it doesn't matter who you are or who I am. What's happening is the Muslim jihadists want to kill us.
I see it as a spectrum of danger. There is a spectrum of danger.
Politically incorrect.
This man served on the 101st Airborne. He sees an enemy. This time it's the Iraqis, perhaps. That time it was the Afghans.
Who are the people who are killing us?
Where's the balance?
The anti-abortion Planned Parenthood guy was. Who did he kill? He killed a cop. He killed an Iraqi veteran. He killed a mother with small children.
A kingpin who just killed somebody last night somewhere in America.
And why is it that the gun store in America is open 24/7?
Let me jump in.
Because of the Second Amendment. The Second Amendment
as construed is.
With all due respect, Judge and Geraldo, you alluded to the major. You have something to add here. Is there a balance to be drawn here? Is there a line to be drawn here? What's the middle ground, and what do you see?
Well, yeah, you've got to be smart about the fact that we are dealing with an ideology that leverages these weapons here at home to terrorize our people. I would have to take issue, Geraldo, with the fact that is it really all the same? I mean, that's effectively what the New York Daily News said today. Whether it's mass shooters of other motivations, radical Islamists, or the head of the NRA, they're all responsible because of guns. I mean, are we really embracing that view?
Those parents of those 6-year-olds in Sandy Hook, it was all the same to them. It was all the same to Gabby Giffords in Tucson, Arizona. It was all the same to James Holmes's victims inside that Aurora movie theater. It was all the same when someone started opening up.
That's as much a mental health issue as a gun issue. We're not agree with that, right?
As you know, the political
society is at war with these anarchists. These are anarchists.
Yeah, they're Islamists.
Some of them are Islamists. Some of them are anti-abortionists. Some of them are racist, like in Charles Charleston, South Carolina? The guy killed poor black people praying?
Who created the largest massacre in this century?
I'm not saying...
The Muslim jihadists took down the World Trade Center.
How about Stalin?
Okay?
How about Stalin?
Wait a minute. Let's talk
Hitler?
about America. Let's talk about America. They are coming here to kill us. And don't use guns and the NRA or anything else to stop me from protecting
350 million guns in this country.
Yeah.
10 million more manufactured every year.
Yeah, you know what?
And it's easier to get a gun license than a car license.
The only people in Chicago who have guns are the
guns are not registered. These 4 guns were illegal.
The reason we have guns is to protect ourselves.
Geraldo, lunatics get guns too.
While people are on the political left are trying to push, this is a great
I'm not a left-right.
No.
I want to keep my kids safe. I just went through a trauma on my family.
Let me finish, please. They're saying we need more gun laws. Gun laws would not have stopped pipe bombs. This house was an IED factory. If they weren't going to kill people with guns, they were going to blow them up.
And in fact, yesterday we did talk to a witness who was standing outside of this attack when he heard 12 pops of a gun go off. He said he felt enabled and comfortable to go in and move toward the action to help someone because he was actually armed himself. This is a debate for a reason. It's a legitimate debate. This is a smart debate that we have here. Geraldo, we thank you for your time.
Thank you,
and glad you're back safely.
So
That you're feeling safe, Judge. We love having you here as well. This Kirby couch is hot.
This is a hot Kirby couch this morning for sure.
It wouldn't be Geraldo if we weren't arguing with him.